What really happened in the final 24 hours of Michael Jackson's life? The truth is more complex and heartbreaking than you can imagine. On June 24, 2009, Michael Jackson arrived at the Staples Center in Los Angeles. He was preparing for his monumental comeback tour, This Is It. To everyone watching, he was on fire. He ran through hits like Thriller and Beat It with an energy that defied his 50 years. Dancers, musicians, and crew members were all in awe. Kenny Ortega, the show's director, later recalled Michael being fully engaged, full of life, and present. He was the master of his craft, fine-tuning every detail from the choreography to the lighting. After nailing a performance of Earth Song, he hugged his dancers, wished them a good night, and left the arena around midnight, telling his team, "I love you." Those would be the last words many of them ever heard him say. He returned to his rented mansion in Holmby Hills, a place that should have been a sanctuary. But inside those walls, a different story was unfolding. For months, Michael had been battling chronic insomnia, a debilitating condition that made sleep nearly impossible. His personal physician, Dr. Conrad Murray, had been administering a powerful anesthetic called propofol to help him sleep. This was an extremely unorthodox and dangerous practice, treating a bedroom like a surgical suite. That night, according to Murray's own account, the struggle for sleep began again. He tried a cocktail of sedatives, Valium, Ativan, Versed, but nothing worked. Michael was reportedly desperate for rest, pleading for what he called his milk, his name for propofol. Sometime after 10:40 a.m. on June 25th, Murray administered the fatal dose of the anesthetic and, critically, left Michael unattended. When he returned just a few minutes later, he found the music legend wasn't breathing. He had no pulse. Panic set in. Murray began frantic CPR on the bed, a mistake that renders the compressions ineffective. He claimed he couldn't find a landline to call 911 and was delayed because he didn't know the mansion's exact address. Precious minutes were lost. Finally, at 12:21 p.m., a security guard made the call. Paramedics arrived within minutes and found Michael in full cardiac arrest. They worked on him for over 40 minutes on the scene before rushing him to the UCLA Medical Center. But it was too late. At 2:26 p.m., Michael Jackson, the king of pop, was pronounced dead. The news sent an unprecedented shockwave across the globe. Websites crashed, news channels broke into non-stop coverage, and fans gathered in stunned silence from Times Square to Tokyo. How could the man who seemed so vibrant just hours before be gone? The initial cause of death was a mystery, fueling speculation and grief. The world demanded answers. The investigation that followed peeled back the curtain on Michael's final months. The autopsy confirmed he died from acute propofol intoxication, combined with the effects of other sedatives. It was ruled a homicide. Dr. Conrad Murray became the central figure in a tragedy that felt like something out of a movie. He was charged with involuntary manslaughter. During the trial, the world got a glimpse into Michael's private struggle. Prosecutors argued that Murray was a reckless and negligent employee, desperate to keep his $150,000 a month job. They presented evidence of the massive quantities of propofol he was ordering, enough to put multiple patients under for surgery. The defense tried to argue that Michael, desperate for sleep, had self-administered the final fatal dose while the doctor was out of the room. They painted a picture of a man addicted to the drug and impossible to manage. But a chilling piece of evidence turned the tide, a recording found on Murray's phone from just weeks before Michael's death. On it, Michael's voice is slurred and almost unrecognizable from the effects of the drugs. He talks about his vision for the This Is It shows, wanting to create something magnificent, a spectacle with a message of healing the world. He mentions his children and wanting to build a hospital for them. The recording was a haunting testament to his ambition, but also a stark warning of his impaired state, a red flag that prosecutors said Murray completely ignored. Ultimately, the jury didn't buy the defense's theory. They found Dr. Conrad Murray guilty. He was sentenced to 4 years in prison but was released after serving just 2 for good behavior. For many, the sentence felt like a hollow victory, a small measure of accountability for an immeasurable loss. What truly makes Michael's final day so heartbreaking is the juxtaposition of his power on stage and his vulnerability behind closed doors. At the Staples Center, he was the king, commanding an army of performers poised to reclaim his throne. Just hours later, in his bedroom, he was a patient, dependent on a doctor who made a series of catastrophic decisions. His final performance wasn't just a rehearsal, it was a testament to his enduring genius. He gave everything he had left to his art, unaware it would be his last stand. The world lost not just a legend, but a man on the brink of a comeback, with dreams left unsung and a final act that was never to be. His death serves as a tragic reminder of the human cost of fame and the private battles that can rage behind even the brightest of spotlights. If you love uncovering the weirdest stories from history, make sure to hit that subscribe button and join me for more. Thank you.